Right, so we are in the middle of a cold spell, right bang in the middle of winter, but spring is just around the corner with, 6 to 8 weeks, and we're looking at spring. So with that in mind, there's never a bad time to start seeds, but I think that, midwinter is always a good time. You get some germinations, and then come spring, you can get them into the greenhouse or whatever and get them growing nice. So what have we got? Well, this is a propagator I brought last year. I didn't really do a video on it. Should have done really. And I had good success germinating seeds on this. I think that's about 40 quid. It's a heated windowsill propagator. So as we can see, there's 7 little sections. They're quite small, but you have got the option to have the vent at the top. So yeah, I've just been giving that a clean up and got some fresh soil mix in them. It is only, it's 13 watt, so it doesn't cost a lot to run. It's literally, working it out, it's about a penny every 4 hours it's on, and obviously during the day the sun's out. If you've got this on the windowsill, you wouldn't need to have it on. But if you're energy conscious in that sense. Right, so this is what I'm going to be propagating my seeds in. I don't do a lot of seeds because that can take up a lot of time, and some can be fussy and others, and yeah, just time consuming. So I just try a few different things each year. I did have a good batch of palms last year. Had some Washingtonias, sables, and some Trachycarpus species, and yeah, they're doing well. So this year we're going to try something different. I mean, I have got a couple of palm seeds here, different types. Got some agaves and I've got some bamboos. And I don't do much on bamboos on this channel because I'm not a really big fan of them in the garden. But if you've got a big pot, I think that's a good idea. Regardless of that anyway, so let's look at the seeds we've got. We've got 3 types of bamboo. And why I've chose these particular varieties are because they're sort of brightly coloured ones, all a bit different. So these two are sort of blue. One's a pure blue, one's sort of blue and maroon, sort of stripy, so quite unusual. And then we've got a Buddha belly bamboo, which I don't know if you've seen them. They're really thick corms, and as the name would suggest, sort of swollen. So it almost look like, you trim them up, they could look like a palm tree because they're sort of that thick. I'm not saying these are going to be hardy. They're supposed to be. I mean, I think the least hardy one was the Buddha belly, and even that said it's hardy down to -8, but I don't think that'd be a good idea to plant in the ground. I think that'd be a potted specimen and then keep it in a greenhouse or conservatory type situation. Right, so there's the bamboos. We've got a couple of agaves. So I have done agaves in the past. I had good luck with some perry-eyes and that sort of thing. So we've got agave Montana. So 5 seeds plus 2 bonus. And we've got another agave here, which is like a marble, so it's almost like a stripy one. Yeah, so we'll see on them. They seem to germinate quite well. And then we've got a couple of palms here. So we've got a Nanorops. I've got a Nanorops Richiana or Richina in the front garden, and that is one of the hardiest palms. I think they're hardy down to -22, so they're extremely hardy, but they don't like the damp. But mine's been in the front garden for a couple of years now and survived no problem. So this is a slightly different type, similar looking silver, sort of shrubby palm. So yeah, I'll give them a go. Never tried them. And we've got Orlichia there. So again, more of a sort of tropical looking palm, but again, it's just something different. So we've got 7 separated, or 7 propagation stations on this piece. So I'll be doing a separate one for each of the bamboo, so that takes up 3. I'll do the palms together, and I'll just put the tab on each side where the seeds are of the tub, so I know which side they are. And I'll do the same with the agaves. So 3, 4, 5. So that leaves me 2, and I've got some old palm seeds from last year, which I haven't given up on yet. The problem is I've had them sort of behind the radiator and sort of forgot about them, and the actual pen that I writ on the bag with is sort of disappeared, so I don't actually remember what they are. I know that I've got 4 Butiagrus, which I don't hold up much hope for. I think the big ones might be queen palms, and I think these smaller round ones may be, I don't know, I forget. Anyway, so that just leaves me one little segment to fill, and it just so happens we went shopping yesterday at Aldi, and they had on offer their lychees, and you can grow these from seed. So these are actually 35p a punnet, so that's a pretty good price. So there's about 11 or 12 in there. That's the seed. Apparently quite easy to grow. Normally get germination in a couple of weeks, so we're going to give that a go as well. So we're going to fill up the whole 7 segments, and we know the palms are going to be the slow germinators, but I think the lychees, the bamboos may be fairly quick, and the agaves maybe a month or so, but I'd expect the palms maybe to be a couple of months if the seeds are viable. I have grown bamboo in the past and had good success germinating them, and the danger point for bamboo is grown from seed. I've found if you've grown them in a little tub or pot, is basically the environmental issue of, because if you've got an enclosed environment like this where it's sort of humid, or you've got a pot with a bag over it or something like that, they love that, and they'll germinate and they grow quick, and it's just acclimatizing them to sort of out of the bag. So I suppose if you had a bag, you could just rip a hole and get used to the environmental change like that. But that's the mistake I made last time, and they all died. Excuse me, getting a bit of a dry throat. Yeah, so that's just a few seeds I'm trying, along with the lychees. They are sort of a more tropical fruit, but I'm guessing they'd probably make a perfectly good house plant over winter, or a conservatory plant. Again, with stuff I bought from supermarkets, I've had good success with, you know, just all sorts of random stuff. So I've got a couple of avocados I've grown from seed. I've had them for 3 years. Loads of lemon trees, pomegranate, you know, you name it, I've tried it, just out of interest. But yeah, I've never tried the lychee, so we're going to try them. Quite a big seed. So the seeds, this is a new company, I'm not saying new company, but a new company to me. I've never used them before, so I came across them when I was looking for sort of rare seeds as such. I just pumped in rare seeds in the search, and this came up. So it is Exotic Seeds Emporium, It is not a UK company. I thought it was at the time. I think it's actually Bulgaria. But yeah, I think it took a couple of weeks for the seeds to get here from ordering. But you know, this time of year, no rush. But they're here now, and we're going to give them a go. So the question is, obviously, with the palm seeds, I will be soaking them first, like I always do. Warm water for a couple of days, just to soften them up and sort of get the embryo sort of springing into life with the warm water. I think with the bamboo we'll sow directly, so that's just going to be on top. You don't bury the bamboo seeds, just sit them on top, and as long as that's a humid environment they should be fine. And again with the agaves, that'll be exactly the same situation there. That'll be direct on top of the soil, not buried. Again, as long as the environment is humid, which seems unusual for an arid plant, but they do need a bit of humidity and moisture to germinate, and when they're young it's best to keep them quite humid and then harden them off to the drier conditions later on. So yeah, so basically that's nice and easy. Soak the palm seeds a couple of days in warm water, and all the others are just going to be direct into the individual cells. And the lychees, again, if they were a dry seed I would soak them because they're quite big, but due to the fact that I'm actually eating the fruit, which is quite nice by the way, if you've never tried them, it's I guess you could say sort of watermelon, grape, peach, I don't know, just a nice different flavour. But yeah, because we're using the seeds fresh as it were, you won't need to soak them. You can just directly sow them, and I will be putting them about a centimetre under soil level, and we'll keep an eye on them. So that's the plan with them. So that's going to go on a west facing windowsill, so good bright light but not direct sunlight, and that'll be plugged in, and we'll keep you updated as and when, if anything germinates. Yeah, so I think that'd be a nice change to do something rather than just palms all the time, to do some bamboo. So it's been a while since I've done them, and it's been a couple of years since I tried any agave. So right, we'll leave it there. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.